Yo, girls and guys. Welcome back to a mic on the mic. On the mic, on the mic, on the mic, on the mic. So we got some exciting new stuff. Thought I'd make a little commentary because I got all hyped up. Once I figured out I could keep playing Link to the Past, basically. So I'm going to break everything down in this video and just talk for a while and then chill and practice and then we'll go from there. Probably watch some videos too, just to fuck around and chill. I like to watch other people's gameplay and stuff while I do my thing. Makes me feel like, even though we're all just kind of gamers in our own house, it makes me feel like we're all connected, in some type of way. So basically, you might be wondering what I got on the screen here. I'll tell you in a little bit. I was kind of feeling stuck in Link to the Past, and it wasn't really because I don't have the time or the skill to get a little bit better at the game. I know I'm not the best, and I probably could be better already. I'm just saying. I don't have a SNES controller. I'm not even sure if they make ports for that you could plug a SNES controller into the game into a computer and use it. And the 8-bit Do is a nice casual controller, but its D-pad just doesn't really work for this game beyond to a high skill level. You could casually speedrun probably with the 8-bit Do controller and maybe get like a 137 or like if you're good. But you're just gonna you can't move properly with it. I can't even really describe it, but the only thing I can really say is when you're going like diagonal in Link to the Past, or you're trying to go a cardinal direction, or you're trying to go diagonal with a SNES controller, it just works. It's like it was designed for it. The D-pad's softer, it's easier to press, it's easier to dictate whether I'm going in a cardinal direction or I'm going diagonal. But with the 8-bit Do controller, it's like it's fine if you're just moving around playing a casual game, but the second you need to do things perfectly on some old retro game, it just doesn't work. I can't really, it like slips. All I keep thinking is it like slips into the diagonals really easy. And when I'm not even trying to press diagonal, I'm going diagonal, and it's just completely fucking the movement on Link to the Past, and that's a big deal when that could kill your run, or that could make it you die to a boss, or it could do a number of things that just would happen much more rarely on a SNES controller, even at a lower skill level. I didn't notice it at first because I didn't have that great of a time and in the game, and I was just having fun playing with the 8-bit Do controller. But for whatever reason, I can't get the thing to feel right playing Link to the Past. So I'm sitting back on my bed now, and I actually have my $30 mechanical keyboard in my lap. Usually where I would have my boxx controller. And so yeah, I lost a run to some bullshit, and then I was kind of feeling like, damn, I don't know if I can do any more of this boxx speed running just because it's taking a toll on my fingers for some reason. I don't know if it's the Sanwa switches or it's just because I used it too much. Probably used it for like 200 hours in the last few weeks. I don't really know. But it wasn't working on my fingers anymore. Something about holding the buttons down for a number of hours. And because like my fingers were pretty much fine. Like I could use a Xbox controller, play Halo. I could, you know what I mean. I could play other games just fine. Mouse keyboard just fine. But for whatever reason, that Link to the Past speedrunning in particular, like I could probably play Melee on that box controller right now, and I would be fine for a normal amount of time, playtime. But for whatever reason, speedrunning on the thing just wasn't feeling like it was literally hurting my fingers. And I couldn't really even tell you, like, the last couple days, I just kind of felt a little depressed and I didn't know why. And then it just, like, hit me in the face all of a sudden, of like an hour or two ago. And I was like, wait, I'm not really mad at the game or losing runs or sucking or something. It's just because I'm trying so hard, but my hands fucking hurt too. You know what I mean? Like in the back of my mind, I was just pushing through the hand pain, being like, all right, I got to get better at this game. I don't even care if it hurts my hands, you know? So I'm going to throw up some gameplay, or I'm going to start playing some, I mean. Trying out a bunch of different. I was just like, hey, maybe I'll try the keyboard. Maybe it'll be comfy for some reason. And what do you know? I actually think the keyboard works better for this game. I might not be used to it right now, so I'm gonna suck for the most part because I don't know what buttons I'm pressing yet, but it just, the mechanical keys just seem to work better than Sanwa switches for this game. That's all I can really say. I'm not used to WASD layout. I was pressing up, the up direction, up on the D-pad. I was pressing it with my right pinky, so on the box controller, because that's where they put up in Smash Bros. It's not really that important in Smash Bros. You mostly press jump. You don't really press up. In fact, I don't even know if you ever press up, really, now that I think about it, besides for your DI. So, I still have to figure out how to play on this keyboard comfy, because it's like, it doesn't sit quite in my lap like a box controller does, but I'm also sitting, I think it's comfier on my desk. It's a little stiff on my shoulders because it's like I'm holding out my arms up onto the desk. But it does seem pretty comfy, so. When I'm back here practicing, sitting on my bed and chilling for a few hours, there should be a slight gameplay difference between that and me sitting up right with my face zoomed into the screen, trying my best in a run. But so far it does feel pretty doable to practice back here, and that's what I was worried about. If I could practice on the keyboard without... I was pressing the wrong button. Or I was holding my hand in the wrong position. I just need some, like, pillows under my elbows, because my elbows are, like... Or my arms are, like, doing all the work to hold up my frame rate, or to hold up my... whole, I don't know. My shoulder and my arms sitting down are like, without pillows underneath my elbows, it feels like they're doing a lot of work. Now I put some pillows under my elbows and it feels pretty good. I'm starting to think that this is actually the best way to control a lot of these retro top-down adventure games and like Metroidvania side-scroller games, action platformers. I think this keyboard is actually low-key one of the best ways. It's just a lot of people kind of refuse to try to get used to the WASD layout. And the thing is, WASD can be really good, but you can't press up and down at the same time, right? And there's a travel time between them, so I think what I'm going to do is double map up and down, so the space bar will be down and the button my right pinky is on is going to be up, which is what up usually is on the box too. So I'll actually have both of those buttons double mapped, and then if I ever need to switch between down and up, like frame perfectly sort of thing, that I can use those second bindings of Isaac. Just kidding. So I think that's what I'm going to do. For now, I'm just practicing with the WASD because that's like the main component of my movement now. Whereas before I had left, down, and right on my left hand, and I had up on my right pinky, and it's fine casually, but I don't know, something about speedrunning it and like your fingers never get to take a fucking break. So for some reason that layout just doesn't seem to work. I can't really describe. It just gets both of my hands get really stiff for some reason fast. Like I said, it might be something to do with the Sanwa switches, or maybe I just used it too much, or maybe having to hold up my elbows and hold onto the box controller like makes my hands stiff after a while. I don't know. For whatever reason, though, I picked up the keyboard and I was like, my fingers don't know what button I'm pressing at all, but for some reason I'm already like doing some stuff with less pain and better than I was doing on the box, and I've put like 200 hours into this game on the box or something, maybe more. I actually think I'm gonna be instantly better at some stuff. Like this might be something I get better at right away. Like, I don't even know what buttons I'm pressing, and I'm already getting pretty close. I almost feel like I'm gonna get so good at it that I won't even need to buffer. I won't even need a menu buffer anymore. Because I was doing this movement with my pinky before, and it was really hard. And I just kind of sucked it up and kept trying. Now it's like, the only mistake I'm making is that I don't know what button my menu is. I'm not even like, I'm going up there and I'm just like, instantly standing in the right spot and shit. It's like, what? See, like I'm already moving better without having to use my pinky. My pinky gets tired holding up all the time, I think. As much as I didn't want to admit it, I just kind of forced myself to go through it. We'll see. I'm kind of thinking if this all works out that like within 2 days I'll have 2 days of using this. I'll have like some sort of crazy, unexpected PB. Like, look at that. I know I didn't make it, but I did that movement unbuffered, and I like can never do that on the box controller. It just doesn't feel comfortable enough, so I'm not confident enough to do it. Like, I don't even know my menu button. Or like how to navigate the menu properly, because if you're holding the sword when you have the menu, you have to like let go of the sword button for a little bit, and I always forget that. Okay, so what do I do? Damn it. I'm getting there. The second I get this menu down, I'm gonna be nailing this, I bet. Am I standing in the right spot again? Look at that, I just like go up every time and I'm like in the right spot, look at it. That was one of the best bomb jumps I've ever done, and that was the first one I did on this keyboard. I'm not even kidding. I know I putzed around a little bit, but technically speaking, that was one of the best. I'm starting to think Crystal was the real deal. Maybe we all owe her an apology. This just instantly feels better on my fingers, and I'm already like, even though I don't know what buttons I'm pressing, I'm already like doing some things better. Kind of pisses me off that it took me so long to figure this shit out, though. See, like, that's the only problem I'm making now, is my menu button is different, so my fingers are gonna take some time to get to, because I'm basically gonna be playing on like 4 different devices at the same time. So it's like... It's almost like my brain has to learn 4 different conflicting layouts, you know? That's what I'm trying to say. Because they are conflicting, like... For example, where my fingers are positioned on this keyboard, my right ring finger does my Y item. My item. But that's my menu button on. And like my dash button here on this keyboard was my Y button on the box controller. For example, it's like all reversed. But if it's making me so bad, then why does some of this movement just already feel so much smoother and easier? It almost feels like there's less input lag. It feels so good. It's weird. There isn't, but just like not having to control up with my pinky all the time, just like for whatever reason, is the biggest change. Like I had no clue I was making it so hard on myself. I was like joking about it, or like using it as an excuse for me not being as good as I thought I would be, but now I kind of think I was right. Like, look at that. Why is that just working? I haven't even used this to play this game ever in my life. I don't even know what... I'm not even, like, used to the buttons at all, and I'm controlling the character with what feels like better response, better input lag even. Look, I could probably dash like 1 pixel away from bonking into this wall like 5 times in a row instantly. It's just not happening on the box. For whatever reason, my fingers get hurt on there. Trying this hard on. So I'll have to learn a lot. It'll probably take a whole week of. It might go fast. I don't know. My guess is because there's so many little intricate things that are going to be different. It's probably going to take a week before I actually like feel like this is my device, you know what I mean? Before I feel like it's the controller that I actually play on. Because right now it just feels really foreign. But at least it's not hurting my fingers, and that was like the biggest reason why I actually didn't know. I'm being honest, like I didn't know why I felt so depressed the last 3 days, and literally the moment I discovered. Like, look at, I'm even boom dashing on the first try. I didn't even know what buttons were my boom dash, and I'm doing it on the first try. That makes no sense. Meanwhile, I'm like struggling to do it on the box. Second try, I got it again. But I'm struggling to do it on the box. I don't know, I can't tell you what's wrong with it. Like, I love the box. I played so many games on there, I'm not giving the thing up, but for some reason, it doesn't work with this game that well. It's really weird. I don't know. Like, I know it might seem like not that big of a deal to you guys, but for whatever reason, it's like mind-blowing to me. I just spent like 2 months, or I don't know, like, how long have I been doing this? A month? Feels like 2 months because I've been doing it so much. Wait, what is happening? Oh, if you're up here and you... I don't know what was going on there. I'm like already better at that. Like, why am I already better at that? Is there like a way I can like learn how to cancel this too? Like, would help if I broke it down. Not even good at item dashing yet, so changing the direction isn't the best idea right now. I think I'll even be able to do the diagonal item dash sometimes. Because before I would have to, like, get my pinky on my right hand to sync up frame perfectly with my left hand, and it was just really felt hard for some reason. Oh. Sometimes I put my hands back down on the wrong keys. Well, it's not going to be free, but you can just see I messed up 12 times in a row. I wish there was a way to cancel that shit. That'd be nice, because... But it would kind of take away how cool the trick is. And you only use it in this one room in the whole game, so... And there's like one other spot where you can use the diagonal boomerang in the same temple. In this temple. I don't even know exactly how to do the diagonal one. Oh, that was it. Oh, it's not that bad. It's just pressing 4 buttons on the same frame instead of 3. Which is a bit harder, I guess. So yeah, like, my hands feel like on a scale of 1 to 10, pain-wise, if I was just doing this practice on the box, I would probably already be at like a 5. I'm literally at a 1 right now. Pretty much. It's just weird that I'm already better at some stuff. I'm even better at spin speed already. There's gonna be a lot of, like, relearning simple shit that I was good at, though, on the box. Just, like, even that movement there. Oops. Like, I usually can land myself right into the... Now I can, like, do every spin speed in the whole fucking game. This is sick. Just, like, simple shit that I was good at before. Isn't gonna happen quite as easy. Oops. Wonder if you can use a menu to help you give yourself spin speed. I think maybe Crystal was real. She was on to something. I could probably even fucking learn how to do quick hops. I couldn't do quick hops on the box. It just didn't feel right. Let's see if I can learn it right now. Look at that! I got it in one try! I don't know what is wrong, but I guess your pinky is stupid and just doesn't work. Like, I didn't know it was that bad. I got the quick hop, like, and it was almost like frame perfect. And I got it in one try, and I was never able to do that on the box, and it's not even like that hard. It's like a pretty much a basic bitch technique in this. I might be able to feasibly do the diagonal boom dash here if I can figure out how to do it. Oh my god, bro. Yo. If this keeps up, I might, like, get a crazy PB really soon. if I take training on this thing seriously. I do kind of want to add those extra movement buttons sooner than later, though. I want to see, how far I can get with just the WASD first before I do it. I am going to add those at some point. But yeah, like as you can see, I'm already better at some things. So how do I do this? Nope. Almost. This one is really hard. I forgot how hard this one is. I'm actually getting it. The only reason I can't do it is because I'm not used to my dash button, really. I'm actually doing the hard part right, though. I think I'll be able to do it when I get some practice. And sometimes I don't know when to just hold up. I don't even know how to do this boom dash. I should have watched somebody do it before I got all excited about it. What do I press? Aww. Oh, me tampoco. Yeah, like, I'm just, like, doing it on accident. I don't even know what I'm doing. I actually tried to do that on boxx, and I just figured it was too hard. I don't even know my slash button, and I'm still, like, not afraid. And I could play it safer and just, like, do the easier version of the boom dash as well if I wanted. It's really hard to do, like, frame perfectly right after a slice. Okay. Let's get this boom dash a little better. I kind of want to put hella practice into the keyboard and then like basically try to match my box skill. Look, I'm already better at the boom dash, and I spent so much time practicing this on the box. I mean, I was pretty good at it on the box for someone who didn't know how to do it like a month ago. But I mean, I'm so happy that I learned how to do the... It's not even that hard when you know how to do it, but... How to do the safer spin speeds. Now, I should pretty much get every spin speed in the game. The only thing I have to worry about is, like, sometimes if I mess up for a little bit and I lose a few seconds. That's another reason I was, like, sad about the box, because I didn't really have a good way to do spin speed on there. But on the keyboard, I don't know, it just feels easier. And like I said, it's not hurting my fingers. That's the other problem. Like, I could get some pretty good gameplay out of myself playing on the box, but eventually my fingers just... They're too beat up for me to play my best. It's just not gonna happen. Or they're too stiff. They're not even... They don't even hurt that bad. They're just like... They get really fucking stiff on that thing. Doing this speedrun. Maybe it's because it wasn't made for speedrunning. I don't know. That would be the generic thing to say about that. Like, watch, I'll probably get, like, all these spin speeds now, whereas I was missing them in, like, every run, basically. Look at that. It wasn't even hard. I used to try so hard to get that. Now it's just like, oh, wiggle my finger back and forth, and magic says I get it. Irvin Magic Johnson says I get it. Here we go again. Oops. And we got it. And we got it. Damn. Sometimes it... There. Still gotta get a feel for it. Sometimes it... You accidentally release the sword still. Like there, I think I got it, yep. Not exactly... I need to work out the kinks, but... It's mostly because sometimes I have to, like, go down up really fast, and I just am not fast enough. So that's why I need to... double bind the movement buttons. Just for some very specific... It's not even for, like, the majority of the game. It's literally just for certain screens where it... Basically, where certain screens, like certain enemies... Some things in the game basically requires you to either have a D-pad or you can simultaneously press up and down, is what I'm saying. I'm sure even without that, you could still get, like, a 125 or a 124. I just think... It's probably good to learn how to double map your movement early on, because it'll probably come in handy in certain fights, like Mothula, for example. Mothula's way easier on a D-pad than on the box, for various reasons. You're doing like this very specific up and down slashing motion, and if you're even like a pixel off or you're a little bit slow, you get hit and killed instantly, so it's like almost impossible to be good at that fight every time on the box. And it's also almost impossible to do it on the 8-bit Do controller. I'm not saying it's easy on the SNES controller, it's just definitely easier, is what I'm saying. I'm super excited though, because it literally feels like a weight off my shoulder, like the hand pain especially. I couldn't even... I think I was just so sad about it because... and didn't even notice. Because part of me was like... in the back of my mind, I'm like mentally preparing myself to deal with this hand pain probably every day for the next few months as I speedrun these games, right? But then there was the part of me that didn't want to do that. So basically, I was at odds with myself is the only way I could say what I'm trying to say, I guess. Without getting overly descriptive, I know I was already way too descriptive there. I know you can like dash through this. I don't know where you gotta... Oh, I found it. I'd have to be really close to the screen to see exactly what's going on here. If you have to buffer to get the pixel, it's probably not worth it. I think I might be able to do this now. Let's see here. Maybe not. The spot where you have to stop your dash on this shit is the most specific thing in the world. It's so annoying. The only way I can do shit is if I pause buffer. I mean, that was kind of cool. Because I did it on accident. I like dashing with the bow and arrow. It would be kind of cool. Oh, you can change your direction, I think. Oh, maybe not. You can, like, diagonally hold your boomerang while you're, or your arrows, but I don't know what I'm saying. You can, like, diagonal dash with your arrows, but I don't know. With your bow. I don't know why I keep saying arrows. I'm just out of it, man. I've been up for like 18 hours or something. Like, I'm excited for because the game feels really fresh now with the new controller, but oh. Can't see anything from back here. It's all a blur. It just seems like I move up into the right pixel like every time. In one motion every time. Not even like trying to do it. Normally I'd have to try really hard to, and it would be luck somewhat. I guess that pinky movement made things a lot harder too. But yeah, I'm just gonna, that was pretty much the video. I'm just gonna putz around. One more thing I wanted to say is if this keyboard keeps going well, I'll most likely buy these two devices and review them and talk about them on the channel and do speedruns on them. Try to get PBs on, personal bests on each different device, actually. I also thought these two would be fun for all my retro games that I like to play on Steam, or like my indie games. Stuff like Hollow Knight and Blossom Tales and Castlevania kind of games, that stuff. Mario, platformers. I know I have, you could be like, well, why don't you just play on the box controller? Well, I would say, well, I've been playing on the box controller for years, and for whatever reason, it doesn't work for every single game. Some games, the Sanwa switches hurt my fingers. I don't know, I can't really say. They just hurt. So it's like, yeah, you could be like, well, aren't you wasting money, dude? But it's like, yeah, but I've already put so many hours into that box that technically it paid for itself. You know what I mean? So I'm not really worried about. I think I'm going to go through these two devices and I'm going to fall in love with both of them. And I'll probably get some good speedrun times on both of them too. Because my guess is my hands aren't going to hurt the same way that they do on the box. And I think it's just smart now to have a bunch of different options for myself. In case I want to use 2 or 3 of them for the same game. Like Super Metroid or something. And keep my hands like having different grips and stuff and different positioning. My guess is that's going to help a lot with my hands getting stiff like they eventually did on the box. Because my hands really weren't that bad for the first 100 hours of Link to the Past. It just sort of crept up on me in the last week, and I was getting upset because I wasn't getting a good time, and I couldn't stop. And now I see, like, well, part of it was a little bit of a skill issue, but I also just didn't get a good time because I'm playing on the fucking box. Playing with a massive disadvantage. I probably would have a PB that was like at least 2 minutes ahead at least if I started on that keyboard. Just from the sheer hand pain, not even like the fact that the keys feel better for this game as well. I don't know. I can't tell you. The box felt great for hundreds of other games, and it even felt great for this game for a while. But the more I look at it, the more that pinky issue is probably what kills me on a lot of bosses and stuff. And I'm gonna die a lot on the keyboard at first, but I don't think there's. I think I'm eventually just gonna like there won't be a weakness anymore once I build up muscle memory on the keyboard. There even though I'm good on the box and my pinky's pretty strong for most people don't use their pinkies in games that much. Um, for whatever reason, it just feels like it's always going to be a weakness that for speed running and stuff. And like I said, the box would be great for something like Super Metroid. Like you don't need to sit there and hold up all the time in Super Metroid. You almost never press up. You know what I mean? Compared to Link to the Past, where you're moving all the time and you're almost like always holding up, or doing something even harder than just holding up, where you're like doing some advanced technical movement to try to get through the screen really fast. So you're like pinky is going fucking crazy. You know what I mean? I just don't think it works for that. I was always just kind of stubborn, and it's what I had. I had a box, so it's almost like I was forcing myself to control a game in a way that is nearly impossible for human fingers. You know what I mean? And that's why I think, just off the feeling of using that keyboard for this hour and the first like 20 minutes I putzed around with it, I didn't record. Just that feeling instantly was like a night and day. If I could snap my fingers, I'd snap my fingers. So, anyways, that's what got me. The moment I touched that keyboard and things started to click on there, I was like, holy shit. I think I need some other controller options. And then I started looking up stuff, and these seem like the best two options for me. I could put these in my lap on a pillow. They're both like USB-C, easy. The prices are actually really good compared to anything name brand. And this one might actually be better than the box controller overall. It's got an extra button with the actually it's got these menu buttons which are nice. It's not my idea. Like I almost would want my own version of this controller, maybe with 3 buttons down here and some extra buttons somewhere. But you know what I mean? Like that thing, it looks really fucking good, dude. It even has that like ergonomic WASD layout where it's like tilted a little bit like your hand. I just don't feel like I'm a little bit worried about because my left ring finger for whatever reason was getting really tight during the speed runs, and I don't really know why. It's because my middle finger was never moving, and it was always holding down on the box. The box doesn't have WASD. The box is like this. So my left middle finger is all like always holding down, so that makes I don't know. It doesn't like it's a little my left middle finger is a little beat up, like I could feel it. It hurts right now. Just a little. From all the box usage, but it didn't really seem like the keyboard was, and it doesn't really make sense because this is a lot like a keyboard. So I can't really pinpoint what's wrong with it. That's what makes me a little bit hesitant to buy this, because if it just ends up straining my hands like the box does, it would be kind of like redundant. But I also kind of want a backup box, and this would be a nice option. Just because, like, if a button ever broke on it and I couldn't repair it right away, like, I'd be pretty sad, you know? These things look pretty cool. Then again, you can get a mechanical keyboard that I'm using for like $30, and it's even got like a crazy cool custom layout where you can like use the right side of it if you're swifty. I mean, if you're thrifty, I mean, is that the word? It's not the word I wanted, but it's close. I was looking for if you're looking for the word that means like if you know how to improvise. If you're provisional, I don't know. But yeah, I got a lot of practice to do, a lot of categories to learn for various games as well, is what I mean. I only am gonna do 3 categories for Link to the Past. Maybe eventually I'll do like 100% and just go for like a shit time just to have a run, but I'm not really interested in that right now. That would just be like a bonus thing after I complete my goals. I don't know. This thing looks really cool. It's got 3D printed keycaps, and they actually look like they got some nice grip on them. I think because they're not Sanwas, for whatever reason, this won't hurt my fingers as much. You know, there's like a little cushion. Like when you push your Sanwa down, it's like a hard. It almost doesn't even feel like you're pressing a button. You know what I mean? And I like them for certain things, but for what, like I said, for whatever reason, I think keys work better for speedrunning 2D retro games specifically than Sanwas. I don't think I'd want to use keys in Smash Bros, but who knows? Maybe you can get used to that too. But one thing I kind of want to just buy this thing because I know I'll use it a lot. And then it says only one available, but maybe if maybe he'll like make more. Because I'm worried like this guy's gonna have this one of a kind product, which happens on Etsy especially, and then I'll miss out on it, and I'll always wish I had this one. That would fucking suck. And the thing is, there's not really many good options that are like this. It says designed for platform fighters and other fighting games, but controllers like this can be used for so many things. This guy gave it a 4, but he didn't say what was wrong with it. Honestly, I probably should just buy this guy's thing. Who's this? Is this do it yourself? What does that mean? Not included is everything. You better be a fucking genius. Looks cool though. It's a cardboard box. Like, what is this? Was it like 3D printed pieces put together? That's kind of cool, actually, if that's what that is. Well, I guess there are some other cool things too. I don't. Are these keyboard switches in here? Should I know this already? A lot of people just go ahead and put keyboard switches in. I like how there's people just making like frame ones. That's a controller that's like this because they don't sell them actually. They just it's a fake, basically a fake controller. Plastic welding, that's crazy. This actually looks pretty sick, but he's like missing. Like, is there really no info about how this shit works? That'd be kind of scary to like buy something you're gonna rely on every day, and then like maybe it doesn't have controller remapping or something, or it's like missing something like that. Almost every other controller I've looked, I want this thing, but almost every other controller I've looked at says stuff like it'll have like links in here and tell you exactly how to use it and stuff before you buy it. Wait, why does this guy say I need super glue? These are why aren't these just like built for you? So this one is completely built, and maybe this guy was talking about DIY. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Damn, bro, I want this thing too. Looks good. It's got the WASD, so you wouldn't have the box problems. And it's got extra buttons that the box doesn't have. Why does everyone make better controllers than these big fucking companies with staff and everything? It's just like these random people are making better controllers. I think I'm leaning towards this keyboard one though. Or just, I know that other one might have keyboard switches, but it doesn't say, and it says mechanical switches, so that kind of tells me. I don't like this guy's description, but it looks like he's doing some good things. I wish it's really bad. It sucks when you see someone and it's like, I love what you're doing, dude. You just need to tell me a few things and I'll probably buy it. You know what I mean? So hopefully this thing, I think I'm gonna go with this. Like I'll probably end up buying this tomorrow, actually, just because I don't want to see it go away. It's the best one I've seen. The keys look like the kind of thing I want to press. Like they look like the kind of thing that's not only satisfying, but I could be technical with. It's got the layout that I'm already used to, and it shouldn't be like a Sanwa where it hurts my fingers as much for whatever reason. Also, I wish I knew exactly why the box was hurting my hands. Because I don't know if it's because they're Sanwas or if it's because my hands just sat in that layout for so fucking long that they eventually don't like that layout anymore. I don't know. Could be a combination of both. Like, I really have no clue. And that's what sucks. There's like no clear answer. All I know is that keyboard feels good. And I'm thinking this thing is going to feel kind of like a mixture of the box and the keyboard. For obvious reasons, because it's keyboard switches and it's got the layout of a box with the WASD of a keyboard up top, and it looks pretty ergonomic. Yeah, there's a very, very high chance that I order this like later today and then I get all excited and make a video when I get it. It's even got like these cool little hexagon keycaps that look cool too. And like it actually works as for Smash Bros and shit. And this guy's got like really good documentation and keyboard mode and everything that I could want. So I'm probably gonna buy this guy's thing, and you can even get the colors you want, I think, as well, which will be fun. And it's cheaper than most things that are. There was only one thing that was close to this that was, and it didn't have the WASD layout that I want. So yeah, so I'm sick of talking your guys' ear off. Let's putz around on the keyboard a little bit more. Because I'm kind of figuring, like, if I'm going to go out and spend money on the speedrunning stuff, then I better, like, put my money where my mouth is, I guess. I better, like, actually put the damn work in and have some fun, you know? Look at that. Every time, I just float right up to the right spot. It's weird. Still got some remapping that I gotta do, but like even this little simple dashes just feel better on the keyboard. It's so weird. Shouldn't feel that good when I don't know what button I'm pressing. That's all I gotta say about it. It's just, like, yeah, my hands, like, get tired, but they don't get hurt from the buttons. That's the difference. I can handle my fingers getting tired to, like, just take a break. But when they're getting tired and they're getting hurt at the same time, like, that's whack. So cool. I'll probably just buy one controller for now. This one. Because this one... Where is it? I'm gonna bookmark that. That one looks promising as well. This one is more... I would be getting for a little bit more novelty. Like... I can already use it because it's a little bit more ergonomic than my keyboard, but it is missing some buttons that I get on my keyboard. Like I get extra buttons for my thumbs to press on the keyboard. But the keyboard it's not perfect. Like its ergonomics are, your hands get a little bit rigid in the keyboard's WASD, but I feel like they would do a little bit better with this tilted WASD, and my thumb and pinky can just like fuck off and do whatever they want to as well. And then I can There's a couple buttons I could double map some of these retro games if I need to double map anything. There is. I just wish there was like a. Maybe these little buttons could be used as like menus and stuff. I don't know. I think this one would be. I would use it like once in a while for speedrunning just to like get fun times. I would think. And then I would mainly use it as another controller to play like Steam games and retro and just like casual retro games, stuff like that. I definitely would see myself using this one a lot too. I don't know which one I would like more, but this one seems like more bang for my buck. I get more buttons. It's a little bigger. It's got really good. Well, this one does too. They both got really good like software support. Super easy to like switch modes and stuff, and they got lots of modes. PS3 controller, PC, GameCube controller, keyboard mode. And then you can use ReWASD on them most likely, and that'll be even better there. So yeah, I'm pretty excited now. It feels like I can actually speed run my games. I was like getting worried that I wasn't going to be able to speed run anything, and now it's like I can speed run Link to the Past again on the keyboard and these other devices, and especially when I figured out the 8-bit DOE doesn't really work for the D-pad doesn't work properly for Link to the Past. I was like getting pretty depressed because I just put 200 hours into something and it's just not working. Probably more than 200 hours. But yeah, so it's gonna be a fun grind for the next week, getting used to the keyboard, and I'll update you guys down the road. Maybe in a couple weeks I'll have this controller and I'll talk then. We'll see. So probably won't do another commentary unless something interesting pops up, and um, just judging by how much fun I'm having playing on that keyboard, I feel like there's almost no way that I don't go ahead and buy some of these things. I'll probably just be having fun like later today or a couple days from now, and I'll be like, "Fuck, I can't help myself anymore. I need to buy one of these things." I haven't like gotten a present for myself in a long, long time, so I'm about due to buy some cool stuff for myself. I'm still wearing like 13-year-old Nikes or some shit. How old are those things? Let me think. I had them like I want to say like sometime in high school. I'm trying to think when I had them in high school. They're literally like 13-year-old Nikes. Oh my god. Um. So yeah, I'm gonna chill out and relax. I've been up for way too long. Gotta go to bed soon here. And we'll see where things take us. I looked at some other controllers as well. I should honestly buy this one right the fuck now. This thing looks fucking sick. Why does it have to say only one available? That pisses me off because there's probably not only one available. It says 44 sales. Does this seller have anything else though? And that's all they have. Yeah, I should order that thing, man. Oh yeah. Well, we'll see where the world takes us here. Um, some other stuff I want to get to, like a laptop and stuff, but I don't know, nothing that I really like need to have now. So I'm just gonna take my time and look forward to buying some stuff sometime this year. I'll most likely end up with a laptop at some point, and then these two controllers, and maybe another controller down the road. It would be nice to buy the specific $30 mechanical keyboard I have just to have like a couple backups. I don't have money for that, but if I did, I would definitely buy a couple. It's weird to me that they're like keyboards are great and everything, but why isn't there like people producing like key? Well, there is. Like, look on the computer, or look on your screen right now. But I mean, it just seems weird to me that there's like the layout of a keyboard is pretty good, but it's not like perfect for games. You know what I mean? Shouldn't there be like two like hand clusters with a bunch of buttons, perfectly ergonomically positioned so they can hit a bunch of keys? Almost like this controller, except with even more keys, probably. A couple more. It's weird to me that nobody's made that so far, but I guess people don't care about 2D games that much or something. They're like, we play 3D games now. We don't press keys. We hold controllers and move joystick. You know what I mean? It's like, well, you guys probably haven't experienced a lot of fun 2D games that exist. You know. Well, I had a lot of fun doing no major glitches. I actually ended up PBing over my other time, which I thought maybe that would happen, but I was like, no way in hell. And then I PB'd like instantly and already have a better time and no major glitches, so that's pretty funny. Because the run I was doing theoretically it should save 30 seconds over no major glitches, but it's harder, so I also used magic powder as a safety again, so that probably got me a good PB before I kind of deserved it. I was gonna do like run against new splits for the keyboard, but now I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet and run against my best splits, and who cares if the first bunch of completed runs are trash? It's like whatever. Maybe they won't be too, you know, I might get lucky and the practice might sink in really quick because I'm so excited about playing on the keyboard anyway. Usually seems like when something starts clicking with me and I'm excited to do it, like it all works together, I guess. Like how when I started on the boxx, I made a lot of progress in the first few weeks. It was all clicking and working together, and then eventually my hand started hurting. And at that point, it was too taxing to restart runs, you know? Like your hand is sitting there hurting for like an hour, and you really want to keep playing, and you've already played a bunch of hours the last few days. And then you lose a run that was like your best one yet, and you lose it while your hand is hurting. And then it's like, it's at that point, it's so fucking hard to make yourself want to start up another run and get through that first hard hour of gameplay again. You know what I mean? Because it's like, fuck, that was already hurting my hand. I have to do it again, and I have to worry about dying. But anyways, luckily we found a solution, and I was really like had no idea what to do. I was like, fuck, I want to speedrun this game, but I have no solution, and I didn't think I was gonna come up with something so easy, you know. I thought the keyboard would just feel the same as the box, except I wouldn't be used to it. So I was like, I'm not gonna try that. But it feels similar to the box mechanically, like your fingers are doing a similar thing, but for whatever reason, it doesn't hurt my fingers the same way. Still fatigues them. Like no matter what, if you're sitting there speed running games, it's good. Your hands are gonna get fatigued. It's just, is that fatigue leading to fucking annoying pain, or is it leading to injury? Then that's what happened to me when I used to play Halo too much. Or is it just leading to fatigue? You know what I mean? There's a big difference. Anyways, I'm sure my hands are, the way I've been playing this game so much. I'm sure my hands are gonna struggle no matter what I fucking play on, but I still gotta at least like try, try to find solutions and try to play on other controllers and try to take care of my hands better and stuff like that. I don't want to just give up like some douche. Anyways, thanks for tuning into the video. I thought I'd update you guys because a lot of weird things all popped up into my life at once. Just feeling kind of lost for the last few days, and then, well, now we're found again. Time to go have a grand old time for the next few weeks and get lost again, eventually. But anyways, we'll see where everything goes. Hopefully, I can drop some nice, surprisingly good PBs for you guys in the next few days, even. See if Ice Palace ever makes any sense in my head. Ice Palace is fucking hard, dude. Now I see why, like, some people were offended when when people were trying to use Icebreaker to change Ice Palace, because that is like one of the hardest, especially if you're running with powder. So Misery Mire and Turtle Rock and Ganon's Tower are easy with powder. But the second you don't have powder, all of those dungeons are hard. And guess what? Oh, Ice Palace is hard either way, even if you have powder. There's nowhere in Ice Palace to use the powder that I know of. There's a room, but it's not useful. It's right in the beginning. So it's like, powder doesn't even help with that fucking dungeon. It's not. That's one thing about the Icebreaker route of no major glitches, because that run is harder because Mire is so fucking hard in that run. But Ice Palace is way easier in that run. But the normal no major glitches Ice Palace is so fucking, it's crazy hard, dude. You can't even. The bomb jump room will kill you. The spike floor, or the moving floor room with the spikes everywhere, will kill you. The skeletons will fucking destroy your run instantly off of like a frame perfect trick. You have to take damage to go as fast as possible as well. So basically all those rooms have to go absolutely perfect. And then you have to tank damage. And then you have to hope that the boss doesn't touch you, because if you get touched by the boss in the boss in that dungeon does mad fucking damage for how many hearts you have as well. And there's no fast safety. There's like no hearts in the whole dungeon that you can grab. There's literally, I don't even think there's one heart. There's no hearts in that dungeon that you can grab. Even like every room in that dungeon is like risky and hard. The penguins will fucking kill you. The fucking fireball ice room will kill you. Like, it just doesn't seem that bad when you watch somebody who's really good at it, but it's actually so fucking hard. It's, to a normal runner like me, it's like daunting to think about. That, so it's basically in the no major glitches, Ice Palace, Misery Mire, the Gauntlet section of Ganon's Tower, and then Mothula. Like, those are the 4 points of the game that just make you hate the fucking game. The game is great. It's just those 4 points. Those points are kind of necessary, because what makes the game so addicting is how hard it is, right? But at the same time, those sometimes they get to you in your head, and you're just like, I don't want to do another run, because the idea of having to do this fucking dungeon again just pisses me off. You know what I mean? It's like part of you wants to get a new PB and play other parts of the game and have fun. And then there's a part of you that knows how fucking hard Mothula is, and how you can just get fucked over in so many of these dungeons. Anyways, that's just some speedrunning philosophy stuff I was talking about. I'm also, just to update you guys, the second I get some of these times in Link to the Past, which should be soon, we're starting up Super Mario 64, Super Metroid again, and a bunch of other speedrunning games that I keep talking about. I put them in like the description of my videos too. I talk about like what I'm going to play soon sometimes. Anyways, thought I'd update you guys on the channel and everything. So it should be an exciting bunch of weeks. I know some people probably don't like that I'm like spamming a shit ton of Link to the Past stuff, but I mean, the second I'm done with the game, I'll be doing something else, you know what I mean? I'm just taking it serious for now, so just kind of I like uploading all my gameplay, so speedruns are going to be a lot of gameplay, you know? It's just how it is. I'm going to do the same thing for Super Metroid. I'm going to do the same thing for Hollow Knight Silk Song. I'm going to do the same thing for other games like Resident Evil 4 Remake. Second that game comes out, I'm going to spam a shit ton of those videos. Anyways, much love to you guys. I'm going to have a snack and drink some water and relax. I'm feeling a lot better because I can actually play my game again. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm sound like a broken record now, so I'll catch you guys down the road. Much love, and I'll see you guys then.